Welcome to what is officially the first episode of Wrinkles in the Crease, where we take a look at the stories of hockey and we iron out the details. With me, I've got my co-host Trevor Neal, the less than real deal. Trevor Neal.
Yes. Can't leave that part
Yep.
out.
Can't leave that part out. Very important. I've got the lovely Natasha Gershon. How are you, Natasha?
What's up? I'm good.
All right, and I am Zachary Morgan. Welcome, guys. It's been a real interesting start to the season. Before we even really get into that, big milestone passed last night. Alexander Ovechkin scores goal number 787, the record for most goals with one team, breaking Gordie Howe's record. Truly an outstanding career, and honestly, I think the next step for him is, without a doubt, he's getting the all-time goals record at this point. It's just it's a matter of time.
100%.
I mean, a few years ago, the argument was, can he last long enough? Yes. Russian machine never break for a reason.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
Well, they said like a few years ago, if he just stays in like a 30-goal pace, plays a little longer than normal, he'll be fine. And then he just dropped 50.
yeah, and then he just
He's going to do it again.
He's outstanding.
it seems like
really.
it. There's not even much of a question.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of guys, fade off a little bit. Evgeny Malkin I love Evgeny, but he's clearly been on some sort of a decline
Yeah.
that we just really haven't seen from Ovechkin. Has Ovechkin improved as a skater over the past, 15 years? No, he is not. But
he's
but
so
he's-
consistent.
he's so consistent and he's so dangerous from that one spot in the power play. His office is his office for a reason. He's so good at it.
I got the opportunity to watch Ovechkin live last week when they're in Dallas. 5-on-5, not a great player, but still somehow gets scoring opportunities on a consistent basis. If he doesn't have the puck, it's not impressive. But as soon as he gets it, the puck might just go in. Accident.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it is. He's a prime example of make the most of when it matters while you're on the ice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when it matters for him is when he's got the puck.
Don't ask him to play defense. Don't ask him to play on the rush. He's just
You
going to
can't
score.
expect much of him unless it's just consistent scoring, basically.
That's all he does. That's all he needs to do.
That's
And
it.
Just-
And it
he's
works.
proving-
It works.
He's proving to be one of the best consistent goal scorers in the NHL. We can't deny that
the second best consistent goal scorer in the NHL right now.
right now.
Who's
Yeah.
the first?
Jesper Bratt, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
just-
okay. You were scaring me for a second. I
Okay,
thought there was
sorry.
going to be some blaspheming, but I'll take that as the opportunity to talk about a little bit of what happened last night. You'll see Trevor sporting his lovely Jesper Bratt jersey. I've gone on a Hockey Fights Cancer Devils jersey because
Guys, because the
That's
Devils
what
are the
it
best
is.
team of the
I
world
have
right
yet to
now.
join the Devils
Now,
side.
I have brainwashed Trevor into believing that. If you want, brainwashed. I've convinced him with a
Yes.
reasonable, logical debate and legitimate hockey reasons for why the Devils are good. Aside from team fast and score goal, fun to watch. No,
That's all
the
you
Devils,
need to do. That's
the
all I cheer
Devils,
for.
That's it.
The Devils have been on a roll. They won their 6th in a row, their 9th of their last 10. Ironically enough, the only game they've lost in those last 10 were to none other than the Washington Capitals and Alexander Ovechkin, who scored a power play goal at that game. Of course he
Yeah.
did. From where else would you expect?
The
But
same spot he scored all the others
Thanks
from.
for that.
exactly. But the Devils win their 6th straight. This is the first time they won 6 games in a row since 2012. So it's been a while.
It's pathetic.
Been a long time.
Yeah, the team has
It's
not
been a rough
been
team.
the team has
rough
not been
years.
good of late, but this is the 3rd best start in team history. They are currently atop the division with 18 points, 1 point ahead of the team I picked to win the Stanley Cup final, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Game in hand, though.
The Devils have played one more game than the Carolina Hurricanes, but the Devils have also won one more game. The Hurricanes, for whatever it's worth, are 8-2-1. The Devils are 9-3. So
Yeah.
The Devils are also 4 points ahead of third, which for some reason is the Flyers.
yeah, I can't explain that one for you. John Tortorella has these guys playing insanely hard.
It's going to fall apart at some point, but
Yes, it always does. It always does. We're right now in the honeymoon phase with John Tortorella. We see it happen often. We saw it with Columbus, where the team will play very, very well for a while, but something's going to happen, and he's going to lose the locker room at some point. John Tortorella is a coach who can't last more than, I don't know, 5 or 6 years with one team because he will lose the locker room.
The Flyers are going to wake up one day and go, man, I hate playing for the Flyers right now.
Yes,
just stop
that is how that is exactly how that will happen.
Flyers work in general.
True. I mean,
like they wake up one day, they're like, "Yeah, actually, I hate it here." And then they
I
just
hate
don't
every.
anymore.
I'm so tired of spending nothing but an hour during practice blocking slap shots. I want to go home. Like that's what playing for the Flyers.
And
like,
is it even really worth it for me to get that cheesesteak, no whiz? I mean, like,
no,
No,
Philadelphia's a
it's
terrible
not.
city.
you
West
got to go
side,
for
best
the
side.
you got to go for the whiz. 1, 2, what you said, Trevor. Philadelphia being what it is, you wake up and realize, oh my god, I'm in Philadelphia. What are we doing?
You know,
And
it's
then
bad when
you run.
Pittsburgh's the better option.
And you know what's even
It's
sadder?
almost better than Ohio.
No, it's better. Than
I was
Ohio.
about to say the proximity of Pittsburgh to Ohio is significantly closer than the proximity of Philadelphia to Ohio.
Yeah,
So-
that
Yeah.
or Pittsburgh still
That's why-
finds a
that's
way
why
to be the
Pittsburgh
best
is
city
the
in
way it is.
Pennsylvania.
Speaking of Pittsburgh,
Well, being the best
Um,
team in Pennsylvania, are you sure about that? Because they just dropped their 7th in a row. Apparently, we
7th
love losing streaks.
loss in a row.
Never count a Crosby team. Okay, Trevor, did you write all this? Because
I
this
love
is
I
losing
only
streaks.
I'm reading. I created a lovely Google Doc so we can keep us all, on track because our ADD is not the best. And
Yes.
in the Penguins line here, I'm seeing quote after I put the lose 7th game in a row. We love losing streaks in all caps. Never count a Crosby team out.
I
So-
put the Crosby part.
I
She
put the we
the-
love losing streaks because I love a losing streak.
Okay,
just for the
I'm
Penguins though.
Just
okay.
for the Penguins. I'm not even a Penguins hater. I just find it really funny that they
No,
lost
no.
7 in a row.
I was concerned that Trevor was breaking and he
No.
wrote both of those things. But if
No.
those were 2 separate writers, oh, okay, then everything's fine. here.
Trevor
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
massive loyalty.
Remember
Pittsburgh.
when in one of our test shows I said the most surprising thing about this year so far is how good the Penguins are? And then they just
age
woke
like
up
milk,
and
Trevor.
started to suck.
I mean, a lot of
Aging
things.
like milk.
A lot of things Trevor has said
Have
during
aged
and
really
before the
badly.
season have really aged like milk.
Matt Murray,
Matt Murray.
the Leafs
being-
in general,
the reason you're wearing the Jesper Bratt jersey, you mean,
is because
this man,
a deal.
this man.
Because we lost a bet that Matt
I
Murray.
bet that we haven't even really seen the end of it, and I don't even remember exactly what the
Yeah.
bet was. But what was it that Matt Murray was
All
going to
I
be better
said
than
is
Mackenzie
if-
Blackwood?
All I said was if the Matt Murray experiment doesn't work, I will buy a Jesper Bratt jersey.
Oh right,
And
yeah, that's
I made it one game in and then put my order in Fanatics.
Wow. Wow.
No, it was one game
Yeah.
and one practice.
about
as soon as he
loyalty,
went on
Trevor.
LTIR, I'm like, and the Bratt jersey was on sale.
It's like
Of
he's
course.
gone.
So I was
See you
like-
later.
yeah, no, and the Bratt jersey was a very good buy. I'm
I wanted
waiting
a
for
jersey of every team, and I figured Bratt was the one to go to.
I'm waiting for the
That's
reverse
fine.
retro before I get the Bratt jersey. Ideally, I would love to see him resign before I put money on a jersey, but he deserves the
He will.
jersey without it.
He will.
He will.
Yeah.
He will.
I'm
He'll
nervous
resign.
because you
So,
say that.
on Jesper Bratt, his point streak also ended.
It's over.
Unfortunately, yes, but
unfortunately.
you know what? 17 points in 11 games. He's still the best player in the NHL.
He's still good. He's still
He's
really
still
good.
no, he's still
He's
really,
making
really
a
good.
legitimate case for it right now.
He's making a legitimate case to get $10 million from
If
the
he
New
keeps
Jersey
it up,
Devils.
he's for
Minimum.
sure a Hart contender. For
Yeah.
sure.
100%. The Devils
Just-
don't. The Devils don't play the way they play without Jesper Bratt doing what he's doing. Jack Hughes
It-
isn't Jack Hughes if Jesper Bratt's not feeding him the passes the way he's
Yeah.
been feeding them.
Yeah.
And
Let's say he does win the Hart. Who was the last player that like just won a random Hart in the middle of a streak of McDavid? Taylor Hall.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird the Devils are doing this again.
I mean, it's weird, but in a lot of ways, it makes sense. The blueprint that we had built kind of around Taylor Hall is still there. This team is still built around speed, but they're even faster now. They're even
And
faster
there's
than we
so much
been
more
playing.
skill throughout
And
the whole lineup.
yes,
Yeah. They're on the
Ne-
up. They're on
they
the up.
are. And Nico Heischer is, oh baby,
Ugh,
oh
Nico
my
Heischer.
God.
Aren't you glad you didn't get Nolan Patrick?
Nico Heischer is a 200-foot center, and he has this big, beautiful frame, and he is putting it all together.
He is so
As
impressive.
great as
He
Jesper
actually
Bratt,
plays like he's 200 feet tall. That's
He
how he
does.
plays.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
does, and quite frankly, Jesper Bratt is incredibly important to what the Devils are doing. They don't get they're not without both Brat and Heischer. They aren't
Yeah,
anywhere close to
they
this.
can't get anywhere without both of them.
No, no.
Is Jack Hughes the third best player then? Right now?
It's depends on who you ask.
Depends. Yeah.
Zach, who was the third best player on the Devils?
Third best player on the Devils? I don't even know. All I can tell you is that Jesper Bratt is the 100% best player on the Devils, and it's still
Is
not
it
really
Heischer
close.
and Hughes kind of go back and
They go back and forth. I mean, most fans are
Yeah.
going to tell you that Hughes is far and away the more talented
'Cause he's-
player,
because he's pretty.
but Heischer's game right now is just so complete that
Yeah.
even though Hughes has all the skill in the world, what Heischer is doing
He just
might.
brings a lot more.
I'm going to say Hughes is a more talented hockey player. Heischer is more important to the team right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best
Is
way I can say
Heischer
that.
doing what
That's fair.
Matthews did like 2 years ago, where he woke up and went, "All right, I'm a Selke candidate now," along
Not-
with scoring?
I mean, not really. Just for the sole reason of Austin Matthews is a perennial threat to win the Rocket Richard. That is not Nico's game. Nico's
Yeah.
game has never really been
Yeah.
about scoring. It's been more covering the 200-foot game.
Is he-
better comparison would be
Are you going to say Bergeron?
I am going to say Bergeron. I mean, Bergeron is the ultimate peak of what that could be.
That player
That's a big.
Bergeron is like everything a team
Bergeron's what you-
needs
Bergeron's what you
basically
want from your two-way
in
center.
one person.
Yes.
Bergeron is the perfect two-way hockey player,
He is
Exactly.
the perfect
and I hate the
hockey player,
Bruins. He's a
period.
perfect two-way hockey player. He is the two-way hockey player.
He is the hockey
He's
player.
painfully perfect, and that's why he's the perfect balance to Brad Marchand. Bergeron's painfully perfect, and Marchand is
The opposite.
Marchand is Marchand, but we love Brad Marchand.
We don't.
I do.
No, that's
do.
one of us.
1 out of 3.
so.
Like-
Natasha, you're really going to argue with me that Brad Marchand is a more likable player than Tom Wilson. This is the thing that you're
Yes.
going to argue with me.
Yes, he actually.
I
is.
prefer Tom Wilson over Brad Marchand.
Tom Wilson.
I don't know why.
Tom Wilson's prettier.
Brad Marchand is the
I
last
just-
word
I am
will
incredibly
describe-
shallow.
We're talking about personality.
Oh no! Oh, I didn't. No, I'm incredibly shallow. We're only talking about face at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom Wilson's a good-looking dude.
So yeah, Tom Wilson for sure.
Oh,
But
I know what.
But-
I know what we're clipping for the
Brad.
social medias is
Oh,
just
yeah.
us
Brad.
quickly developing into Tom Wilson's pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the topic
I'm
of
getting
the
so-
Bruins,
I'm getting
on
so
the
red in the
topic,
face just
let me
talking
let me
about
talk
this.
about the Bruins. So the past couple days has been
Worst
pretty
case
much
scenario.
terrible for the Bruins, especially yesterday. So let me give you the rundown, I guess. So the Bruins signed Mitchell Miller, who I constantly confuse for Mitch Marner, and it really annoys me.
I mean, I get
Who
it.
is
The
from
first time I saw the headline, I thought it said Mitch Marner. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, there's
me
the second
too.
one.
So they signed. He's 20 years old. They signed him to a 3-year entry-level contract. He was on the Providence Bruins, the Bruins AHL affiliate, and he was drafted actually 111th overall by the Coyotes in the 2020 draft.
But that
even-
draft pick was rescinded. That's not
yeah,
in our notes.
yeah.
Technically, it
Oh,
was
but his
not
rights.
drafted.
Oh,
They gave them
oh,
up
Mitchell,
afterwards.
oh, this is oh,
This is that kid.
This is that guy. Yeah.
oh.
mhm. So, in case if you haven't been living under a rock, pretty much, Don
I knew
Sweeney,
the
the
name
world's
sounded familiar,
the
but
world's
please.
best quote unquote / that's sarcastic. The world's best what is he, GM? I don't even know at this point. He
Yes, is the GM.
yeah, GM. He signed him, and basically to
Shouldn't have.
not go on a giant rant about this, he's just a really bad person. And
yeah.
you don't
That
want
should-
him on your team. If you were watching, I think Sportsnet last night, they had a whole discussion about this, and one guy said, I forget his name, he said that every team kind of has like a 25 brick like foundation, and you don't want that guy on that team that like brings down the foundation. Each person is like a brick and like, like on the roster. So basically, to give you the gist of it, nobody likes him. Nobody wants him. Not all the players, but the players that have spoken out about this clearly are not happy about this. Nick Foligno, Bergeron.
Bergeron made
yeah.
comments. Yeah.
Poor Bergeron, honestly. They tried
team
throwing him under the
is
bus with this,
Do you-
and it really upset me. So Elliot Friedman, he interviewed Bergeron for, I think, Sportsnet or something,
Yeah.
or a podcast, and Bergeron looked really uncomfortable during the interview, and he just kind of had to say what he had to say about it, that, like, it's not our choice, but, like, it's, yeah. But anyways, he is not happy about it, and it's really sad to see that. And the Bruins don't need him. I mean, even without this, like, drama behind it, that's just painting a negative light on the whole Bruins organization, then they don't need him on the team at all. Like, they're doing perfectly fine without him. And the Bruins also let go of Jack Studnicka last week in the completely surprise decision. I was not expecting this at all. And they gave him to the Canucks. I'm not really sure what for, but they just took
Was
him
that
away.
a trade or
Basically.
waivers?
The Canucks just need things and help.
Yeah.
They were just trying to help him out.
I mean, while Jack Studnicka isn't like a big shot player, he's a young player that the Bruins just were too lazy to develop, basically. And I've watched him play. He's a really, like, good player. He's not bad. He knows what he has to do, and he does it. So it was sad to see him go, but I think they tried to fill that hole with Mitchell Miller, and it does not work. It did not work. And on top of this, I guess to give you a bit of context, Mitchell Miller, throughout his life, I guess it wasn't a one-time situation. Bullied
He's a
and
bad
abused.
person.
Bullied and
He's
abused.
a terrible person.
I think someone he went to school with, and
Yes,
he
one of his
never-
teammates.
Yeah, and he never apologized to the family. He never apologized to the person. He really only, quote unquote, apologized to clear his name and to get
He
a
apologized.
contract, basically.
He apologized to all 31 teams, but he never offered any sort of apology. And it was found that his apology his apology showed no remorse. That's the best way I can say it.
Yeah, that's the big thing. And everyone's like, oh, but I've seen people not try to defend him, but try to say, oh, people deserve second chances. But he hasn't shown that he deserves a second chance. He's not, giving any effort to prove that he deserves a second chance. And he's not showing any remorse. He's not, trying to change. It's just, there's no point. And on top of this, Gary Bettman, of all people, made a statement yesterday that he's actually not even eligible to play in the NHL. And
is there a reason why?
Did they say that out?
Like, is he suspended or is he just not?
I don't know. Someone can find that out for me.
Is Gary Bettman just saying?
I think Gary Bettman
try to call him up, I'm stepping in.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Because they think he's not eligible to play in the AHL.
Yeah, and the league wasn't consulted for signing him either. So it was just a one-time decision for Don Sweeney. So, yeah, we're bringing this guy in. Let me not tell anyone about it. So that's kind of it.
Yeah, people were pissed because this happened Friday night. Mad. Yeah, Friday night.
I have never seen a fan base or just the league in general be so unanimously upset about a decision.
Or except when the Canadians signed the guy, was it Logan?
No, they drafted Logan Mailloux,
and then they signed him recently, and it came back up.
Yeah,
and the Ian Cole situation, and the Hockey Canada situation, and the Kyle Beach situation.
Do you understand how hard it is to be more unlikable than Ian Cole and Logan Mailloux? Do you understand that? And Mitchell Miller manages to accomplish every part of that impossible checklist to be more unlikable. Granted, everyone here is unlikable. Every one of the three players I mentioned is a not likable scumbag. It is what it is, allegedly. An alleged not likable, alleged scumbag. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Guys, I'm taking Tony DeAngelo over Mitchell Miller any day, and that's
honestly same. And I want to see Tony DeAngelo get, like, have some
a lifetime ban from everything.
Happen to him.
My favorite Tony DeAngelo story was the alleged, probably not even real, when he got punched in the face by Georgiev.
No, that's real.
No, that's real.
That's real.
And then that's not even alleged. That actually happened.
Oh,
and
amazing. And then Chris Kreider also punched him, I think.
What?
Actually, the whole Rangers team lined up and punched him one at a time.
Yeah, the whole Rangers team just,
No, my favorite
beat
Tony
down
D'Angelo
on
thing
Tony
was,
D'Angelo. Yeah,
there was
allegedly.
a Tony D'Angelo like parody account, and
Yes, there was. New York
yeah,
Rangers
and
fan
it
and
was
a
the
bunch of
best
numbers.
thing ever, and it got suspended, and I'm still sad about it.
Oh
but
man, that was a
the
work of
account-
art.
The account posted, I did not get punched. I fell into someone's hand multiple times.
The account also denied on multiple occasions that it was Tony D'Angelo's burner account because it was created.
No, that's not the burner account. That's a different account.
This is a different account. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
I still love that burner account though.
That
but
burner
I don't think
account
it's
was
actually
probably
Tony.
real.
It's like just someone pretending to be him.
No,
but
no, that
it's
burner-
still really funny.
That burner account was 100%
we all know
Tony's,
Tony is
allegedly.
living it up on Parlor anyway.
Exactly. The day he left Twitter is the day that account was created. The correlation is
perfect.
there.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So basically, the Bruins did a whoopsie, and I'm not expecting Mitchell Miller to be a part of the crew any longer than I don't know. But I'm giving them till the end of the week to be like,
My bad.
Bye
Let's
bye.
undo this.
See you later.
Let's cut him.
Yeah.
And the team on the ice, we're gonna segue, looks rattled as hell over this.
Yeah, yesterday I knew it would be a really rough game with the Leafs. And they lost 2-1. And Austin Matthews got 2 goals.
2 goals.
Which was pretty
on his way to 69 goals this year. But Natasha, did you watch the whole game?
I did not.
The Bruins, who are normally the most crisp and perfect team in the league, looked rattled from puck drop.
Yeah.
Missed passes.
Yeah. It's all the bad press coverage. It's just
I was gonna say, do you think the signing and the negative attention played a role into it? Because it wouldn't be the craziest
100%.
idea in the world.
Definitely. I'm gonna say yeah, for sure.
When the captain is making statements that the whole team is pissed off before the game and that they're unhappy, and then they go out and play like they're rattled, those
it's all coincidence. It's not coincidental. Like it lines up.
What a game from Toronto though.
Yeah,
Toronto played amazing last night.
They did so well. Props
dominated them
sometimes, you know.
And Zach doesn't want to believe it, but the Leafs might have. Look, the team is still structurally flawed, but winning sure is curing problems. It's 2 wins now, but last year they had a really crappy October, and then they threw it together in November, went 15-2.
Okay, I'm gonna let
you.
They
might
finish.
do that again.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'll let you go, Zach.
Okay, I'm good to go now. Great, awesome.
Who's the goalie?
Yeah. Didn't Ilya Samsonov get hurt last night?
Yes. So
and
I don't
wasn't
think
this
it's
the team that thought that Matt Murray was going to be a reasonable and reliable number 1 starting goaltender?
Yes.
Fire Kyle Dubas. Fire Kyle Dubas. There's no other way. Just fire
him.
They
can't fire him. They just have to let it ride out.
They have to let it ride out because they're paying some annoying. I'm not.
Mike
Babcock. Who do the Leafs have?
They're paying Mike Babcock.
Who do the Leafs have? Do we still have what's his name? Shalgren?
Shalgren? Yes, he is starting tonight against Carolina.
Hooray! Oh God, not Carolina. No, this is so bad.
What is his name? The new Leafs backup that is
apparently.
I know who you're talking about, but I forget his name.
This is a good sign.
Petruzzelli.
Oh,
Petruzzelli. Oh my God.
Because during the Bruins game, Shalgren and Samsonov were the only guys on an NHL contract on Leafs roster that
Where's
were
Peter Mrazek now? I feel like you guys could really.
No.
I feel like you guys really miss Peter Mrazek. Oh, that's so. That's
Garrett
great.
Sparks.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just great.
Yeah. Look, Austin Matthews is waking up. Mitch Marner's waking up. Tavares is playing like Tavares from 5 years ago.
None of those players you mentioned, forget the fact that none of them play goalie. They don't play defense.
Austin Matthews is a great defensive
if you
player.
can play goalie,
position of defense.
Go to
The position of defense.
and sign up to be the Bruins backup goalie because we also don't have Swayman right now.
Timothy Liljegren came back to the Leafs. He's made a season debut last night. Looks great.
That's good.
It's another
defenseman. I'm very happy to hear that. He's a player
who
I
really added some life to the D.
Good.
Yeah.
Especially with Muzzin most likely gone for his career.
Oh yeah.
I don't see him coming back.
Remember that.
We completely glossed over that in all of our conversations that Jake Muzzin's career is most definitely over.
Yeah.
I'm not even aware. What happened?
He's ending.
He got hurt he hurt his neck against the Columbus playoff series. He hurt it in the Montreal series. and
Also
then
bad.
was real bad, like really bad. And then
Neck
he
is,
hurt it again.
Neck is like
Yeah.
right here. You don't want that
Yeah.
to get hurt. For
No,
hockey.
it's very
Yeah.
hurt.
Bad.
Its head and neck are both hurt bad.
Ooh, no
And
good.
he's at that age. He's won cups.
That's rough. Yeah, no, it's time to hang
He
up.
had he won one legitimate cup.
Is this a
Buddy?
Devils comment?
It might be.
It's a Devils
Just
comment.
say
It
because I
might
know
be
who the Kings
related
beat
to
that
a
one time.
5-minute major penalty taken by Steve Bernier. I'm over it. I promise.
Zach,
It's
this is
cool.
10 years ago.
I'm not over it. It was 10 years ago.
It's
I'm
10
not
years
over
ago.
it. It wasn't a major penalty. It was bullshit.
Then again, I'm not over the Leafs Bruins playoff series from 9 years ago. So
yeah.
Who is Trevor?
That wasn't a 5-minute major. It was a 4-minute double minor max, and even then, that's excessive. It was 2 minutes, if anything.
I don't even know the player.
Steve
referencing.
Bernier
I'll have to look this up,
absolutely
but-
checked that man
Steve
into the boards
Bernier?
from behind. Oh my God.
It just was not a 5-minute major.
I think any check from behind into the board should be a 5-minute major, Zach.
I agree.
Let's just get that out of the game.
Well,
We should give it a 10-minute misconduct. Give him
They
5
were
in a
already-
game.
They were already
over.
dead, but I forget what happened. But in that 5-minute penalty kill, like that 5-minute major power play, the Kings scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 goals,
It's
Damn.
great.
and that was the
Should-
end of the
That's
series right
rough.
there. Yeah, it was. Not
Should
fun.
we segue to the Dallas Stars? Who were
Uh,
Can we
lighting
quickly
it
segue
up
to
right now.
Vegas? By the way, just a side note, I guess Vegas is currently on top of the league.
Vegas is
I hate
so
it.
hot right now.
I don't
It makes no
Why?
sense. It doesn't
Who-
make sense to me.
They are paying
We
$2
spent the
million
whole
cap hit
episode
for the best goaltender. in Canada.
last episode roasting Vegas.
Yeah. The last test
Right.
run, we were roasting Vegas and all the moves they made in the offseason that made no sense for all that poor asset management that we called. And we weren't the only ones to do that, by the way.
Everyone has.
Like everyone in NHL, Twitter, media, whatever you want to say it, everyone was ripping the Knights apart. And the Knights have responded by just simply, oh, yeah, we are in 13 games, 11-2. They're 6
know what-
points ahead of Seattle for the
God.
6 points ahead of Seattle, who's in second place for first in the Pacific. And then after that is LA with 15.
Are they riding just the thrill of playing with Phil the Thrill?
It very well could be.
I mean, maybe.
Hey,
mean,
Toronto, you can win with Phil Kessel.
Do you think it's Bruce Cassidy?
Could
it
be.
could-
He's a good
you
coach.
know what? It could be. There's a lot of things. The fact that there is a new coach who isn't Peter DeBoer can only take you so far. We've seen it happen time and time again.
Peter DeBoer is doing a great job right now. I don't want to hear
Hey.
any Peter DeBoer
Wait,
slander.
where is he right
No.
now?
Dallas.
Oh my
He's
god,
gonna-
seriously?
Okay.
No
Yes.
way.
All
I
right.
did not know that.
Trevor, he's going to take Dallas to the Stanley Cup final again.
Probably.
Yeah,
That'd
no,
be really
that's
cool.
that's his thing. That's what he does. He takes his team to the Stanley Cup final, usually within the first year of him being there, and then it falls apart. I
Yeah.
love Peter
I'm-
DeBoer.
I'm-
He is a great building coach, but he hasn't proven to be the guy that can carry you over the finish line.
Vegas was also a weird team to make the final.
Vegas is a very weird team, but
Everything about Vegas is weird. That team shouldn't have been there.
having Cassidy in as a new voice is definitely something good.
Jack
it just
Eichel.
seemed- Jack
Yeah.
Eichel
Jack Eichel.
playing at a fully 100%, which he just never was going to be at 100% last year with everything that was going
It
on,
was
the
weird.
delay in the surgery.
Yeah.
And they don't have the injury bug this year like they did last
No.
year. They lost
No,
so
they
many
don't.
man games last season.
They really
This is just
did.
what Vegas is, and we are trying to pretend they're bad.
I think we're just
They're
mad at
still
them
elite.
for getting rid of fan favorite players every year like it's nothing. I think we're just
We're still pissed over Fleury.
I'm still pissed over
I'm pissed
Fleury.
over Pacioretty.
Oh,
Pacioretty.
God,
Who else is on there?
Pacioretty.
Nate Schmidt. People like Nate Schmidt.
Nate
Yes,
Schmidt's not
sir.
there anymore. They shipped him out when they signed Petrangelo. They shipped him to Vancouver.
I like Nate Schmidt.
I do too.
And
didn't
Nate
deserve
Schmidt
that.
got. Remember when Nate Schmidt got suspended like 30 games?
For PEDs. Yeah, good
Wait,
times.
for what?
PEDs.
PEDs.
Oh,
He's the only player I could remember getting suspended for steroids.
that's rough.
He's
In
the only one
recent
that comes
memory,
to
at
mind.
least.
So
Yeah, he's the only one that
let's
comes to mind.
segue. Let's quickly segue into the Stars. Trevor, take it away.
Dallas Stars,
Take it away.
who I've had the pleasure of covering. I've been in the press box twice now.
Mazel.
And they are a fun hockey team that can't stop scoring and can't stop winning games. They're
Yeah.
they're fast. They're high skill. For some reason, Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn are playing like elite hockey players again.
I don't know.
You sound
why.
surprised by that.
Oh, because everyone else in the press box is surprised too.
I mean,
But
we're all a
Tyler
little bit
Sagan is
surprised,
being
aren't we?
paid like so much, all of the dollars.
$13 million in salary.
Yeah, so he should be. So that
He
should
should
be
be
the
good.
expectation that he's one of the best
Yeah,
players in the league.
he's
no?
playing like he
Has he
should
not
be.
been
It's
that?
amazing. No,
He's
he
playing
hasn't.
like he's getting paid for it.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Jason Robertson is solidifying himself as a top player in the league.
Yeah.
a top player in the league.
Hey,
Yeah, 141 career games, 142 points.
That's really good. That's
and,
really good. I can't. I'm not.
He's on a
Six goals
roll.
in his last 5, and just watching him play live, he's got confidence, he's got swagger, it's speed, skill. He can do everything. Tip, one-timer, wrist shot, he's got it all. Taking first line minutes there. The first line of Zach, who was on the first line of the Dallas Stars? Without looking.
Is it not? My instinct is to go. You have Sagan centering Ben and Robertson, right?
No.
is
you
it
have Robertson on the top line.
Is what's
Robertson is on the
Heiskanen
first line.
there?
Okay.
Heiskanen's defense.
Heiskanen,
Defense.
yeah.
He's on the
Heiskanen's
first pair.
defense. So it's
With Colin
Rupe.
Miller.
It's
Rupe
Rupe.
Hintz is their first line center.
Yeah,
who's
Rupe
on the
Hintz.
right?
So it's Rupe and who's on the right? Val Nichushkin is in
Not there.
Colorado, but he did play there at one point in time.
This is one of the best.
If you ever want
lines in the
to,
league
if you
right
ever
now.
want to, if you ever want to laugh, go look up some old ads with Val Nichushkin, Jamie
Val
Benn, and Tyler
Nichushkin.
Sagan.
They were
because
hilarious.
They were hilarious because at the time, Val Nichushkin only knew, "Hi, my name is Val Nichushkin," and that was the extent of his English.
And they used that in the ads. He would just go, "Hi, I'm Val
Yes.
Nichushkin."
That's it. That's the only thing he said, and it's amazing. One of the most pure and just enjoyable things you can watch from a hockey player.
Zach, are you ready to feel stupid?
No, because I'm not done guessing.
Joe Pavelski.
Why?
Joe
Why?
Pavelski.
Joe
Oh my
Pavelski,
God.
Rupe Hintz, and Jason Robertson are like. the
And you
Yeah.
best
have
line
Joe
hockey.
Pavelski
No,
playing
Joe
wing. My
Pavelski.
brain. Oh my god. Okay, well, fine.
I forgot
Jamie
Joe
Benn
Pavelski
is on
was
their
like
third
a
line
person.
most nights.
That makes sense.
Like they look, the Stars are so freaking weird. And then you got what is Jake Ottinger's save percentage?
Yeah, you haven't even mentioned Jake Ottinger, who's
Yeah,
probably
because
your
he's
best
hurt
player.
right now. They're still winning games.
Oh, who's his backup? Is it still Kudobin?
Scott Wedgwood.
Where the hell is Kudobin? What happened to Anton Kudobin?
They don't have enough money to call him up from Texas.
What?
His save percentage is .952.
Wait,
Yeah. So
no. I'm sorry. You've left
you want
Anton Kudobin, the hero from a couple years ago. He is just rotting
he's
in the AHL right now
Yes.
Oh,
because you
poor guy.
cannot
So-
afford him.
Yeah. So when Ottinger went down, they didn't have enough money to call Hudobin up, so they had to sign Matt Murray to play backup. For
Let's go, Matt Murray.
Scott
We got the
Wedgwood.
second Matt Murray. We got.
Oh,
we got
right.
the
Second Matt
and better
Murray. Second Matt Murray. I forgot. Forgot.
Two
There's a
Matt Murrays.
Two
Yeah,
Matt Murrays.
And Scott Wedgwood is fantastic for some reason, or
Okay,
good
Scott-
enough. I'll
He's
say.
good.
Yeah, Scott
enough.
Wedgwood is. Scott
good
Wedgwood
enough
can
goalie.
play to the task. He can play to be
Yeah.
good
He can do
enough.
it.
I loved watching him play in New Jersey for the first stint. The second stint was a bit more
He's a nice guy.
troubling.
It's in the locker room with him. He's a nice guy.
No, he's a really good guy, solid player, and I'm really happy to see him getting his flowers and actually showing up because he's someone who, if it weren't, there was a competition between him and Keith Kincaid to see who was going to back up Corey Schneider going into 2016, 2017. Kincaid won that job, and Wedgwood, after having a really good end of the 2016 season, was never really able to kind of reclaim his NHL spot after that with the Devils.
Yeah.
So he kind of bumped around a little bit, and then he got shipped off to Arizona, and then
And
was
that
shipped.
never
yeah,
goes well.
and that never goes well. And then he was shipped off to elsewhere. Then he made it back to New Jersey. So it's really good to see him actually just having success at the NHL level.
And guys, and
Yeah.
he rocks black pads. Like what else? Like that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Any
he's-
player
he-
with
he-
black pads is beautiful. We love it.
And Jamie Benn got a hat trick yesterday.
Yeah, what do we have to say about that?
It was
Trevor.
ugly. It was ugly, and Jamie Benn is a captain in the NHL. I don't
These are
think he
things
should
that-
be, but he's a captain.
These are
Yeah.
things that are true statements. He is a captain of the.
He is a captain of a National Hockey League team based out of Dallas, Texas. That is what I'll say about Jamie Benn.
He has a
That's
brother who
Yeah.
plays in the NHL too. You can say that, or played. I don't know. What
He's
Jordy
with
Benn's
the
doing.
Toronto. No, he's hurt. He's with the Leafs, but he's hurt. He
Oh,
got hurt
he's still in the
preseason.
league. That's good. That's good. I like Jordy Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jordy Ben is cool.
Texas hockey's doing so well right now. Like it's just
That's true.
there's talks of a team in Houston. There's a rumor that we didn't
Okay.
even put this in our
No.
our notes, Zach.
No.
The Ottawa
Like,
Senators
no.
are for sale. We didn't even put that.
Oh
in
yeah,
our notes.
let's talk about the
The
Senators.
Ottawa Senators are finally for sale. There are I forget who. I didn't see that the
Bring
Rock
out the
was in.
piggy bank.
I didn't see that the Rock was interested in purchasing them. Did I?
It was Ryan Reynolds. That's
Ryan
supposed-
Ryan Reynolds. That's who it was.
The
Excuse me.
I can't
But yes.
wait for Ryan Reynolds to own an NHL team.
Honestly, this is probably something that was relatively predictable, given
Yeah.
just the state of
Eugene Melnyk situation.
Eugene Melnick's estate.
Mhm.
It always seemed like this was kind of how it was going to go down. It'll be interesting to see who steps up and buys
There
a team.
is-
There's a new dawn happening in Ottawa, and even though they lost, they're on a 5-game losing streak right now. You know, they're very much
They're on the up.
struggling.
Found out.
Overall, they are on the up. They have a
Yeah.
lot of young talent. Brady Kachuk is incredible. They're the oh my god, Stutzla is
Stutzla.
insane. He's so
Yeah.
good, worth every penny
Who's
they've given
this?
him, if not more. Like
Yeah.
there are pieces
Josh
on
Norris.
this team.
Josh
Hurt.
Norris is
That's
out
gonna-
though, but
Yeah.
That-
There are
That's
pieces on
great
this
player.
team. Jake Sanderson is finally making his
Thomas
debut.
Shabbat.
Yeah,
mhm.
they have
Yeah.
pieces.
Claude Giroux.
There is. Did you hear
He's a
about the
player who
weird
plays
guy
hockey.
who wants to buy the Senators? There's
So-
someone who wants to buy them and immediately pack them up and move them to Houston. And that would be an awful idea right now.
Okay,
They just need an arena in Ottawa. The fans
Okay.
are there.
okay.
No.
I'm gonna stop this right now.
Okay.
The city of Houston, which currently does not have an AHL team, should not get an NHL team before, I don't know. We're better off trying
You're
in
gonna say
Quebec,
Quebec
City
City.
again. We're better off trying in why
If
am
you
I
say
I
forgetting?
think
Kansas
you're
City
better
and
off just
loser.
trying to get Dallas
Kansas City.
a
Yes,
cup
thank you.
and
The-
then moving on from
like
there.
No, but an in-state rivalry for the Stars would be so fun.
that's fine, but if present to me a team that has a market, present a market that is proven to be able to support a team. Houston hasn't been proven to be able to support an AHL team. That's my issue with
Why
Houston.
did the Arrows move?
Because they weren't.
Was it
because
attendance?
Yes,
Because it's
attendance and probably failing a decrepit arena. Am I wrong?
Or I'm looking it up. Despite
But-
local popularity and high average attendance, they had a dispute with the Rockets, the owners. That's the reason they moved.
Amazing.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
So they got
okay.
kicked out of the city
All right.
because the Rockets.
This is a
didn't like
hockey
it.
podcast. The Houston Rockets are the softest team, not just in basketball, but in the entire but just in the big four sports. The Houston Rockets are so soft. I said it. I don't care.
it was,
I don't have to answer it too. They just are.
I believe you.
I mean, to complain about a loss in Game 7 when you miss 27 3-pointers in a row. Get out of my face. I don't care. Like
Yeah, it
just-
was Les
just-
Alexander complained about
Yikes.
having to share an arena with the Houston Arrows, so they had to pack up and move to Iowa.
Okay,
No,
so
not Iowa.
right,
They could support it. They could support a hockey team.
all right, you know what?
They
I'm all
they
for
did.
this. We move an NHL team to Houston, and we just
Coyotes.
eliminate the Houston Rockets. Like they no longer exist.
The Houston Rockets are now an NHL team.
Oh, we need to talk about the Mullet Arena.
Oh,
Mullet
How
Arena,
do we-
site of Alexander Ovechkin's record-setting goal last night. Please go
If-
on about Mullet Arena.
he scored it in Arizona.
He scored at Mullet Arena. I did not even think about. No,
He's
yesterday was at
oh, was it at Washington?
the Caps Arena.
Are you sure?
Thank
I remember
goodness.
saying that. I
Oh,
forget
yeah,
what
it
the
was.
arena's called.
Yeah,
It's
it
Capital
looks like
One,
it
right? Is it Capital One? I think
Yeah,
it-
yeah,
yeah.
it was. Okay,
Yeah.
Capital One.
No,
Okay.
I was like, there's
Um,
no way he scored at Mullet Arena because
that would have been that's my
Absolutely
mistake.
not.
I
The
don't know why I
NHL
thought
is
that.
trying so hard to be like, look how cool this is. They all wear bullets. So there's a student section and a drum line. It's a joke. It's
It is what
the-
it is. It's a 5,000
the press
seat
box
NHL
is
arena.
12 rows above the ice
Don't forget to transfer
That's
to
it.
ASU to get your $25 NHL Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah,
tickets.
everyone sign up for Arizona State online, and you might get a $25 ticket to a Coyotes game.
Are you encouraging people to apply to Arizona State to get a discount?
Yes,
on
I
hockey
am.
tickets?
Yes.
There
I
has to
just-
be an easier way to get a discount for hockey tickets. There has to be.
There is not. There isn't.
Because
That's
the
the
tickets
only
are
way.
so. Should I look up how expensive Coyotes tickets are?
Why
I
not?
wouldn't
They're
know.
expensive.
They're expensive
They're
because it's
really
a 5,000
They're
expensive.
seat
very
arena.
expensive.
I remember last year when they were like, "Oh, look, we're gonna raise ticket prices because nobody's gonna see our games," and some of the ticket prices were like $9,000 for like bottom section seats, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Okay, for the Flyers
I don't know if
at
they're still that
Coyotes, which
expensive, but
no
still.
one should pay to see. No one should pay to see Flyers.
Why
and
not? The
Coyotes.
Flyers are a good team.
Starts at $103.
The Flyers are a good team.
For balcony,
No, that's the cheapest ticket. Well, yeah, those are the nosebleeds.
I mean, some teams when they come to Boston, like that's how much balcony seats cost. Like that's how much the cheapest tickets
Yeah.
cost. I mean, I saw the
$100
Ducks.
for
I saw
Kings,
the Ducks play
Coyotes.
the Bruins for $40.
Yo,
When the
does
Leafs
anyone-
go to Arizona, it's $163 for the cheapest
Yeah.
seat.
Leafs tickets are unreasonably expensive though, but like
Yeah,
I
we've
mean
been over this.
reasonably, but also like unreasonably at the same time. You know,
That's because there's no Leaf fans that attend Leaf games.
It's all
That's true.
corporation.
They're all
And that's
corporate.
why I applied for a credential to go see the Leafs in Dallas and not a ticket.
Smart. Smart.
God bless. God
I
bless.
did
I'm
see
there
the
to
Leafs
watch
play
the
the Bruins
Leafs.
last year for like $60.
Too much.
10 out of 10 game. Best thing
My
I've ever seen.
one year for Christmas, my parents got me Leafs Penguins tickets, and they were $250 a pop.
Dang.
I saw Zach. I'll probably send you the
That's an
pictures when I see.
investment.
I was front row in the corner
Are in Toronto?
in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Oh
In
my god.
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
That's worse.
Yeah, you're paying
Penguins
that
tickets are
much money.
expensive.
Dude,
You're paying that much money to see the Leafs in Pittsburgh.
that's
It was
rough.
It was Saturday night too.
Oh,
Well,
Saturday. Yeah, okay.
okay.
I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. But still.
Yeah, Phil Kessel was still on the Penguins at that point.
Okay, and Pittsburgh is a
2018?
city where a Saturday night hockey game, those tickets will be expensive. A Saturday night hockey game in Newark, let me tell you, that is
They're cheap.
that is a cheap ticket.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Saturday
sell,
hockey in Boston is also pretty cheap.
I have season tickets and I
Why?
couldn't
Considering. I don't
I
even know.
couldn't sell my tickets to Devils Avalanche
There
last
are
year
games
for
that
$30.
like there are weekday games in Boston and they're like nearly sold out.
I couldn't
Boston's
sell.
a hockey
You can get
state.
into a Stars game for like $12.
Yeah,
Hey.
way to brag, Trevor. Nobody goes to see hockey games.
Anyone
Hey,
needs to-
no,
Right.
they said there's like 18,000 people there a night. I'm telling you, people
Yeah.
like the Stars.
You know what fan base is cool? The Preds. They have a cool fan base.
Except I hate everything about Nashville. Predators. City's.
I mean,
cool,
I don't
but-
like Nashville, but like the games look fun.
The games do look fun,
Games.
but I feel like the Nashville Predators fan base, I'm not saying I'm over them,
the
but they
Smashville.
were a fun bunch to really get behind and watch in what was it, 2017 when they made their
2017,
run?
They're
Fun.
an interesting bandwagon team.
Yeah, they're a fun band.
They were the Carolina before Carolina.
Yeah,
That's all they are.
and
Yeah.
now
pretty
it's
much.
just kind of, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that energy they had 6 years ago,
Nah,
it's gone elsewhere. I mean, they still do the same. You know, he shoots, he scores, you suck, which I'm all for.
May we have
I love that
another?
you have that. It very much has like atmosphere, but like,
Is
They-
there
they-
is there news on the Scotiabank Saddle Dome arena change?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, because
I don't know, but the Devils just wiped the floor with the Flames in the Saddle Dome. Let's go.
Let's go.
Go Devils, baby! The
Yeah.
best team in New York metropolitan area.
Absolutely.
Not
Jersey
even.
Devils.
Not even.
Absolutely.
They're
but
the
while
best
we're look-
team in New York, New Jersey.
While
They're
we're
the
looking
Best team
up,
in New
though-
Jersey.
While we're looking up the Calgary stadium situation, though, I'll use the Devils as this. So, season very clearly in full effect. The Devils off to a surprising hot start. But what would you guys say? Who or what has been the biggest surprise so far this season?
Zach, you're gonna love me here. You
Trevor,
know what
go
I'm gonna
first.
say.
I mean, it's
The
reasonable.
New
Yeah.
Jersey freaking Devils.
It's
are
reasonable.
I'm in awe that they're winning games. And I
Yeah.
don't think they're like Philly where it's gonna burst. I think they're a playoff team.
I'm hoping you're right.
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
you guys
They
remember
just need goaltending. The goaltending just needs to stay. That's
If-
all they need.
if Vitek Vanacek can stay healthy, and Mackenzie Blackwood,
B-Tech.
who, oh God,
Exactly.
Blackwood went down the other night. We somehow missed that.
Yeah.
There hasn't been an update on his injury status. He's not being put on injured reserve, but this could be a major setback. Mackenzie Blackwood was finally looking to bounce back, and the problem has been he gets hurt and he can't shake off the injury because the
Yeah.
Devils injury staff has not been
Hey,
the relationship has not been great between
What
the
happened to
Devils.
him?
Yeah,
Hey, it
so
looks like groin.
Oh.
it's not. It was
Ouch.
not good.
It's not
He
great.
reached out for a save and immediately just started screaming in pain against Edmonton.
That's terrible.
Natasha, I'm sending you the video.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was not good. As a result, it was like a 1-1 game at the time. The Oilers scored 2 quick goals, but the Devils managed to come back because by some miracle, after being put in cold in the second period, Vanacek managed to warm up enough. He stopped a few pucks. Devils put together a few good plays, and Jesper Bratt rang home the game winner there. But if Blackwood can either come back or Vanacek stays healthy, the goaltending looked really, really good. I was in big panic after the first 2 games because they started off
We thought they
0-2
sucked.
and they looked like garbage. Vanacek in the home opener was so bad against
Yeah.
the Red Wings. It was really hard to see how it was hard for me to see how this team could put it together. Everything looked good, but the goaltending and defense were so bad. The fact that they've managed to turn it around just over the last 10 games, their performance, without a doubt, is my biggest surprise because I was expecting to watch a bottom 6 NHL team this year. And they
Yeah.
have been a delight to watch. I haven't watched the Devils haven't been this fun since 2012, and it's amazing.
They're
The
whole 10
because
years
they're good
since the
team. They're fun
Devils
to
have
watch.
been
They're good. Okay, Natasha, who's your big surprise?
I don't know if I'll surprise people by saying this, but definitely the Bruins. I mean,
Yeah, they're probably
like
too.
they were. I went into the season. I think everyone went into the season thinking, yeah,
It's over.
they're gonna absolutely suck this year. They might not even scratch the playoff clinch. They're a bottom team because everyone was expecting, Brad Marchand to be out for half the season, Charlie McAvoy to be out for half the season. Brad Marchand came back. He was supposed to come back in December. He came back mid-October, like 2 weeks ago. Insane. He's been putting up a great performance. The goaltending always amazing, but really good. Despite some setbacks with Swayman and that injury and everything, Ullmark is definitely pulling his weight. Bergeron is really doing amazing, and even though it's his last season, probably he's definitely he's still telling people, yeah, like I still belong here. I'm still pulling my weight. I'm still doing what I have to do. And I'm really excited to see where this team goes. I don't know if they'll go far, but I'm really happy where they're at right now, and they're looking really, really good, like really good. And I don't know if that's just like a beginning of the season type thing, but I'm expecting for them to hold out. At least when Charlie McAvoy comes back, he's looking like he'll come back soon because he's practicing and he's wearing the regular jersey now in practice. He looks like he'll come back pretty soon, and I think the Bruins will be doing pretty well if that Miller signing kind of goes away, pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
understandable.
Can we discuss one more thing before we cut?
Yeah.
Of course, well,
Did both
Yes.
of you look at the video that I just sent you in Slack?
oh God.
Okay.
This is Matt Kachuk last night against Jonathan.
Oh yeah, I did not see this. I need to see this. Hold on.
Guys, if he doesn't get suspended, the league has a problem.
What did he do?
And this should be he jammed his stick through Jonathan Quick's eye hole.
That's not okay.
Whoa,
That is intent to injure everybody.
that's terrible.
Okay, yeah.
How
no,
many games? Let's play this game.
I'll give him like.
I feel like
how,
6.
how bad was Quick injured though?
I haven't heard.
Because that's
I feel-
the game.
I feel
that's
like
how you
6.
decide.
That sounds about right. For what the
6?
NHL
Okay, wait,
does.
hold on.
I'm going off of not what I think. I'm going off of what I think the NHL disciplinary
Yeah,
standards.
I
will
think
bring.
it's 6 NHL.
I think
But
I feel like they're gonna say 6 games.
if your player safety, how many games is he getting?
Oh.
What do you think is
that's
fair?
bad.
What I think is fair,
Yeah,
probably 8 or
just
9.
your opinion. I go 20.
Well,
It's
I'm gonna
after a
give, like,
whistle
3.
intent
I'm
to
gonna
injure.
give, I'm
It's
gonna give
not
like
hockey.
5. I'm gonna give 5 games.
I want to see. It depends on. I hate to say it depends on how hurt Quick is, but that
Yeah.
should play a role.
Did he
weird.
leave the game after that?
There's only 40 seconds left in the game, it looks like. Let me
Okay.
see if I can find anything more. But
let's
yeah,
see.
it's not hockey at that point. You're not
No,
shoving
that's
people
not a
out of the
hockey
zone.
play.
You're just trying
That's
to hurt
not a
someone.
hockey play. 100%.
That's definitely not. I mean,
He's having a
we all
hearing
know
today.
Kachuk is a rat, but I mean, like, that's just next level. Like, nobody, like, that's just bad. That's like Tom Wilson level bad, basically, almost,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I don't know. That's
rough. I mean,
as
it's
a guy who
not
likes
easy
Matt
to
Kachuk
say.
and likes what he brings to the table.
Yeah, I also
there's
like
no
Matt Kachuk a lot.
There's no place for that. There's no reason to
I
have done
don't
any
agree
of
with that at all.
No, that's there should be
it's-
some level of punishment. He's gonna. Honestly, I could see this being a fine too. I could see it
Thing
either
is,
being
it's
6
just
games
a
or a
hearing,
fine.
not in person, so he can't get more than 5. Is it 5 or 3? That's the
I was
limit
saying
for
5.
not-
5 seems reasonable. Like,
He's
I
not
mean,
gonna get 5.
in my
No.
opinion.
It's
He's
Matt
fine.
Kachuk. He's not gonna
If
get
it's
5.
not an in-person hearing, he's not getting more than 3. I don't know what the
He's
rule
gonna
is.
get fined like $2,000, isn't he?
No,
No,
no.
like-
Put some respect on that. He'll get fined
$2,500.
Yeah, yeah,
$2,500.
yeah.
That
like,
extra $500 is a steak dinner for him that he won't
That's
get
right.
to have.
that's
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
He
that
can-
Blackwood
you think
injury
about
was
that
rough,
steak that you
though.
can't have, Matthew. That's right. That's
Yeah.
exactly what the NHL
And
is gonna
Jonathan
do.
Quick cannot see depth for the rest of his life, but you missed your steak dinner. And you think about what you did.
NHL discipline at its finest.
Guys, name of the episode is Steak Dinner.
Steak
There it
dinner.
is.
That's
Free
fine.
steak dinner.
Okay.
Steak dinner.
All right, guys. Well, I feel like that's a good spot for us to end at this point, to be honest.
Yep.
Natasha, where can we find you outside of this podcast?
You can find me on Twitter at NG3400.
And
I
Trevor,
am-
what about you?
Trevor Neal _ I have a link tree there. You can find everything else.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I know.
And you can find me on Twitter at Captain_Z Morgan and on Instagram at Zicarius. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the first episode of Wrinkles on the Crease. We're looking forward to bringing you guys some more great episodes down the line. Enjoy the rest of your day and hope you have a good week.